Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you to the podcast. And we all have flaws. None of us are perfect. And it is not the plan that we ever are perfect. We're fallen beings. We have our own foibles and problems and things that we have to deal with in life. That's not an excuse, that's just reality. That none of us are without flaw. But have you ever thought about the fact that your flaws can actually make you better? They can. You see, when we deal with our weaknesses, we can approach life from a different perspective. They can teach us empathy. They can teach us compassion. They can teach us tolerance. They can help us to deal with the world around us, because if we're not perfect, they're not perfect. Now, that doesn't mean that we excuse bad behavior. On the contrary, because we recognize our flaws and strive to make them better, then we can also help others to do the same. When I'm talking about empathy and compassion, again, that's not excuses. That's not looking at someone who made bad choices and say, well, none of us are perfect and therefore they can go and do whatever it is that they want to do. Nah, that's not how it works. It is a case of understanding, yeah, people make mistakes. People make bad choices. Now, what can we do to move forward? What can we do to change that? You can't change the consequences of bad behavior. You can't change what happens because you make bad choices. It's easy to say, okay, you made a mistake, you're forgiven, go do what you're going to do and don't bother. Everything has a consequence. It's a law of nature. You cannot change it. You do not have the power. What you do have the power to do is to learn from the experience, to deal with those consequences as a responsible person would deal with them, and move forward from there. Allow it to make you better. Allow it to make you stronger. Allow it to help you to contribute where at one time you might have taken away. If someone breaks the law and they're caught, it's easy to say, yes, I made a mistake. It was wrong. I'm sorry. Let it go and think, okay, well, maybe you don't have to pay the consequences for that mistake. That's not how the law works. The law demands justice. That's why it's the law. It demands justice. It demands that you pay the penalty for a bad decision that you make. The thing is not to make that go away. It is to accept it and to learn from it and to allow it to make you better. How does it make you better? It depends on who you are, what you are, what you've done, what the consequences are of the things that you've done. Trust me, I have known people who have made horrible bad decisions, paid severe consequences for those, but came out on the other side so grateful for the opportunity that they were given to be better, to be more of the person that they wanted to become. It forced them into changes because they accepted the responsibility for their mistakes and their flaws and allowed it to move them forward. Let your mistakes move you forward. I'm not talking about everybody facing jail time. I'm talking about even simple decisions. When you say something unkind to someone in your family or a fellow worker, to be able to take responsibility for that, apologize, to make it right. Will you take the hurt away? No. You just have to accept the fact that, sometimes we do things and the consequences last a long time. But you can do what you can to make it right and learn from it so that you don't do it again. So that you're not making the same mistake over and over and over again. Learn from your flaws. Now, I don't particularly buy the idea that you look at your weaknesses and you turn them into your strengths. Where you're weak, you're weak. Where you're strong, you're strong. We'll talk about that some other time. But the fact is that you can take responsibility for your flaws. You can learn from them and you can control them so that you're not making those same mistakes, those same bad choices. And you start making right choices. And in the end, it always brings us out to be the better person for it. Do that, and you can be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and you'll change your world. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey again, and I want to thank you for being a part of this videocast. Now, if you want to be sure that you see every videocast as it comes out, what I want you to do is right below here, you're going to see a subscribe button. Click on that, and you'll get the videos every single time we put them out, because we want to help you, we want to add value to you, we want you to be a part of what we're doing. And if you're interested in any of the books, articles, blogs, and other material that we have in order to help you become your very best, go to our website at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. That's www.johnpatrickhickey.com. And we're here to help you be your best.